I'm Jeff Shaara. I write historical fiction, and my latest book is The Steel Wave, a story of the Second World War. It's the second of a trilogy of books that I'm doing on the war in Europe, from Americans' point of view primarily, British voices, German voices. It's an attempt to tell the story in a fictitious way without making fictitious history. Every event happened, every character is real, everything that happens historically in the book happened the way I present it. The Steel Wave picks up exactly where The Rising Tide leaves off, which is around January of 1944. The campaigns in North Africa and Sicily are complete. The next major campaign for the Americans and for the British is to invade France in what we know, of course, as D-Day, the Normandy campaign. But in January of 44, that's still 5 months away. The planning, what goes on, the preparation for the paratroopers, the preparation for the infantry, that's really what this story is about, the invasion itself, and then, of course, what happens afterward. And in every case, what I try to do is tell you the history without boring you with the history. I do not write the stuff you read in high school that every student hates. It's not about names, dates, places, facts, and figures. This is the story as told by the characters themselves, as they might have told the story. The characters are real people. In the World War II trilogy, you've got names that most people are familiar with: Dwight Eisenhower, George Patton, Bernard Montgomery, Winston Churchill, Erwin Rommel on the other side. There's always a voice on the other side. And then I come up with composite characters, grunts. That's really the gist of this entire story, is to put you there. The book is structured in a way that each chapter is a specific point of view, and so it goes back and forth between different characters. Okay, this is Eisenhower's point of view. This is the story as he's seeing it. Then I'll switch over to Rommel, to the German point of view. This is perhaps the same event, or maybe the next day, but this is the German take. And then Sergeant Adams. Adams, the grunt who's in the field with the submachine gun in his hand, this is his take, perhaps the same day or the next day. So the story progresses and moves through the timeline, going back and forth between the characters to show you all the different perspectives. The third book of this trilogy will pick up exactly where this book, where The Steel Wave ends, which is around October of 1944. It will go through the end of the war in Europe. So hopefully what I'm going to do is tell a story about the last days of Hitler that's not the same story you've heard, or not the same story that maybe everybody takes for granted. I'm not looking to create myth or embellish, kind of bogus history, but just make discoveries. And there's a lot of mystery and intrigue and suspense in this story. Surprised me in doing the research. I hope it surprises the reader as well.